I'm so happy to finally make a video sharing with you how to make puff puff. Puff puff if you're Nigerian. Now, if you are Nigerian, you know puff puff. This is a snack. When I was growing up, we would buy it after church. When you go to parties, this is giving as sort of starters, and this is one of my favorite parts of parties. Like, I love puff puff. You don't need a lot of ingredients. Here are the ingredients that you need. We're going to be using plain flour, and no, you cannot substitute with self-raising flour. It's got to be plain flour. White sugar. You need yeast. Now, yeast, there are different types of yeast. I'm not going to go into this, but you need fast-acting yeast. So look at the yeast that you're buying. It should either say something like instant yeast or fast-acting yeast, or when you read it, it should be something that the yeast acts fast. You don't want a slow-acting yeast because that will just take ages for the yeast to work. You need sugar and you need salt. I also like to add nutmeg, although this is optional. Nutmeg just brings extra flavor. Put the quantities in the description section. Now, if you want to make more, so I think I have eaten about 4 bowls because I just could not resist. And you'll find that as you are frying your puff puff, you probably will be snacking on them. So this quantity makes this amount, so probably about 15 to 20 balls, depending on the size of your ball. So if you want to make more, just double or quadruple or multiply the quantities to make the desired amount of what you need. And the tools that you have, you probably already have it if you are a baker who follows my videos. And if you don't know what tools that you need to get started with baking, check out my video where I did a live showing you the tools that I would buy as a beginner baker. So you need a bowl to mix your ingredients. You need cups. This is one recipe where cups works perfectly fine. So this is part of the reason why I say it is useful to have cups. So you need cups, measuring cups that is, and measuring teaspoon, and that's it. You're going to mix with your hands. I know people put comments and say, ooh, that's disgusting, no, wear gloves. Now, wash your hands, nice clean hands, and then you mix your dough. That's how bakers make dough, that's how bakers make bread and all that jazz. So we are going to be mixing with our hands. Anyway, enough talking, let's get started. And you're also going to need a deep frying pan to fry your puff puff in, and you need oil. You can use whatever type of oil. I use vegetable oil. You can use sunflower, canola oil. Don't use olive oil. That has a strong taste. So that's not going to kind of work. Anyway, really, this time, not talking, more making, frying, puff puff time. Let's go.
So one of the keys to the success of making puff puff is you need to get your dough batter to rise, and for that you need yeast. Now, yeast is a live organism type of thing, and it can expire. And if you use expired yeast, you'll not find out till the end when your puff puff doesn't rise. So what you want to do is make sure that your yeast is still alive and activated. So measure out your yeast into a cup, add some sugar because yeast feed on the sugar, and add some warm water to allow the yeast to bloom. Now you need the water to be warm, but not hot, because if it's too hot, it will deactivate the yeast. And this is a time lapse, so you can see that now it's all foamy and frothy. That is the yeast coming alive. So I know that my yeast is active and it will raise the dough adequately. Measure out your flour and then add a pinch of salt. All the full quantities will be in the description section, so check it out. I like to add a nutmeg in my puff puff. This is optional, but I think that the addition of nutmeg really does add the extra delight to it. I tried it the first time after seeing a recipe online, and the difference was clear, so I stick with that. Next, you're going to add warm water to mix up the dough. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky because the amount of water that you put in will vary from person to person, from the type of flour you are, the humidity. So rather than sticking to a particular consistency, use the amount of water as a guide, and you're adding bit by bit. Again, you want to add warm water, the same temperature as the one that you added to the yeast, and then add the yeast inside. Add a little bit of water just to make sure all that yeast is in the bowl and not left in the cup or the jar. And then you want to mix it, so you can see it's starting to be quite thick and doughy, and then you're going to be adding a little bit more. The consistency that you are aiming for is like a really thick, like pancake type batter. So you don't want it to be too watery, and it shouldn't be too thick. So this right here, this is the perfect consistency. Now, yes, you've got to use your hands. So wash your hands, make sure your hands are clean, and go for it. This is not where you should be wearing gloves. Clean hands work well. Now we're going to leave it to for the dough to rise. So I like to wrap it up in cling film, pop a towel over, and I store it in a warm place. Now, what I do actually is I turn on my oven just a little bit for about 10 minutes on low, and then I turn it off so it warms the oven. The oven is about like 50 degrees centigrade. It's warm enough. And then that's a warm place. But if you have a other place that is nice and warm, that's fine. Leave it for anything between 40 minutes to about an hour. You'll see that your dough has increased in size, and you see all those bubbles there. This is what you want your dough to look like. Now, if you live where you have winter and you make puff puff in winter, it will take longer to rise, so bear that in mind. So now we are going to set ourselves up for the deep frying. Puff puff is deep fried. If you are on a health conscious phase, then you might want to skip it out because it's deep fried, delicious dough ball. So there's no two ways about it. You want a fry pan that's nice and deep. It doesn't have to be a huge wok like this, but you want something that you can deep fry your puff puff in. I like to use sunflower oil, but you can use just about any oil you so desire. Perhaps don't use olive oil because your puff puff will taste like olive oil and it doesn't quite go. So what you want to now do is you want to kind of mix your dough so that you get rid of all that bubbles, because too much bubbles means that your puff puff will soak up air and you don't want that. So just give it a nice mix, just like that. The next thing is you want to make sure that the oil is hot, because if you fry your puff puff when the oil has not heated up, then it will just soak up all that oil, and greasy puff puff does not taste nice. So while it's heating up, I'm getting all my things sorted out. I've got an empty bowl that I lined with kitchen towel, ready for when the puff puff is fried. And there is a snack to getting nice round balls. This is the technique that I learned from a friend, where you're sort of squeezing the dough out just to try and get the nice balls. So you can try that technique. Sometimes it works and I get nice neat balls. You can see how I'm using my hand to just squeeze it. Sometimes it doesn't. There are lots of other different techniques that I've seen on YouTube. So if you're struggling with how to get nice round balls, then you can Google or look on YouTube and see what other people do. But using this technique works quite well. And one thing that you want to do is you want to crowd up the fry pan with lots of puff puff, because that way it keeps the puff puff in place, so that when you turn them round they stay that way, because they tend to like to keep floating on one side, and then you don't fry them evenly. So you keep turning it until you get to a nice golden brown color, and then your puff puff is ready. That's the color that you're aiming for. That puff puff is ready. The rest of them still looking a little bit pale on certain sides, not quite ready. So keep turning it until it's nice and golden brown, and then you can take it up. Use a ladle that has like holes so that it drips out all the excess oil, so that you're not putting all that oil in there. And like you saw earlier, I lined my bowl with paper towel, and that catches the excess oil. Now, when I'm frying puff puff, I can't resist just taking one or two as I fry. Be careful, it is hot, 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 hot. So make sure that you don't burn yourself. And then you just keep on frying the batches until it is all fried. Puff puff is actually best eating as hot as possible. So just give it a couple of minutes to cool down and snack on it and enjoy. If you've never made puff puff and you make puff puff, I can almost guarantee you that you're going to love it, because it's a well loved treat or dessert in my home country of Nigeria. So make sure you try it out. If you're stuck or anything that's not clear, or you just kind of think, oh, Dr. Mommy Cakes, I need your help, I will be in the comment section.
And there you have it, guys. Delicious puff puff. Absolutely tasty. Puff puff is one of my favorite snacks. Like, if you haven't tried it, you can see how simple it is to make. It is absolutely delicious. Tip I would give you, probably make double the amount, because by the time you sit and have a couple, like this whole bowl, I can eat it all by myself. Everyone's going to love it. So just try it out. As you can see, you don't need so many ingredients. It's pretty simple to make, and it's absolutely delicious. Don't be surprised if this becomes one of your favorite. Don't be surprised if puff puff becomes one of your favorite things to make. So try making this Christmas. I'm telling you, everyone is going to love this. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe to Dr. Mommy Cake's channel. If you get stuck with anything, just drop a comment, and don't forget to sign up and join the waiting list for Dr. Mommy Cake's school and community, where you will join beginners just like you from across the world learning how to make delicious cakes and decorate cakes. Till next time, happy baking. I'm just going to go and make a cup of tea to eat with my delicious puff puff. See you later.